My presentation is over the Gender Project, which is a middle school project based on gender roles. The grade levels and the guide question for this assignment was 7th and 8th graders, and the guide question was, how do we act as men and women? The teachers and the staff wanted to determine if the gender role assignment matched with state standards and how it will be assessed for future students. The main idea of this lesson is that it was a 6-week assignment for students to explore the ideas of gender roles. Their main objective was to create specific projects to demonstrate the differences between men and women to answer the guided question. Each subject explained the specifics of genders. After the lesson was taught, the students were able to create their own projects to illustrate their findings of gender roles. During this video, the teachers were using several different handouts, PowerPoints, and objects to illustrate gender roles for students to see how to get started. And for the students were to explain what they already knew about gender roles before starting their findings of their projects. And after the lessons, that's when they started their projects and did more research of what gender roles were like in the classroom. The classroom setup was based on students in groups. Each classroom had each student set in a different table with a different set of students. And the activities used for this assignment was graphic organizers. The media class used images from ads to illustrate how women and men are portrayed. The media class also created PSA, which is a video to illustrate gender roles. They noticed women are represented as soft and less dominant than the male component. A student did a presentation of a document written by other students in the class about the freedom of students based on gender roles. 2 other students also presented a word wall for most common used words to represent each other. The presentations were presented to teachers and staff to assess students of what they learned, and the technology that was used for this project was PowerPoints and a video camera. What I thought about this lesson was that the lesson was very effective and each student met the needs of the lesson and the guide question, and the teachers and the staff determined that the students were ready to be assessed on this lesson on gender roles, but not ready to teach it, which was the main goal. This type of assignment differed from traditional lessons because this was not based on a curriculum. This was based off outside curriculum to determine whether it met up with state standards and to see if it could be assessed to future students. The one example of a guide question I will use in my classroom is how are gender roles expressed in society? In the video, gender roles were explained how they are in a classroom or specific names for men and women. I would want my students to explain how gender roles are used to stereotype men and women in society. The barriers that it could cause could consist of either the girls or boys disagreeing with gender equality. The benefits for the students is giving more of an open mind to this topic and letting them voice their opinions. The benefits for the teacher is hearing their students' opinions on this topic and opening the space for anyone to speak. This gives the teachers an idea of their students' feelings with real-world issues. Thank you.